Say hello to Big Bertha, a 1.69 terabyte text file, over 108 billion lines.
Can't wait to unzip this file.
I'm glad you went through the dedication to actually generate the text file itself. An extremely old version of Adobe Photoshop used to have a bug where if you had more than a terabyte of storage space, it would think you didn't have enough space to run the program. User spilled coffee on his laptop, so he put it in the oven to dry it out. While the oven was on? This can't be serious. Like, I mean, obviously can be serious because it happened, but you put a ThinkPad, hallowed be thy name, into an oven and then turn the oven on. Like, even a hairdryer would damage things a little bit, but at least like that one I would kind of understand. Oven. Sometimes I think some people just walk around not knowing the melting temperatures of things. Or I'm just weird. It's probably that. Like an artist's rendition of anxiety. Okay. You know, I often say like, oh, this one's not that bad. Oh, it's a hospital. You know, this is bad. This is very bad. I will point out exactly what makes it so bad. There's no uniformity. You can't tell generally where things are supposed to go to. Merry Christmas! No! What have you brought into my house? So who has one in their server room? Hard reset. I have two hammers. One's bright pink, and the other one was the really old one, and it's called Mr. Reboot now because I used it in a video as a prop, and I named it Mr. Reboot. I need a name for the other one, too. I work in IT. Finding this in the server room made my day. Yeah, ours was just, like, on the table, and if a particularly difficult problem came up, the assistant director would just be like, you're gonna need a hammer for this one, and just hold it up. Sometimes it was a client problem. Please advise. Note type, ticket description. Note, good morning. This PC is no longer functioning after yesterday's power outage. Please advise. Thank you. What kind of a power outage did you have? Okay, I know the inside of these machines very, very well. They use like a slim power supply that's stupid hard to get. It's a pain in the ass. But it sits on the bottom of the entire case and like slides out with a little tab. And then all the power cables go up and straight. So I know for a fact that the power supply didn't explode or something because all the damage would be around the bottom where the rails are. This doesn't even make sense. Did you try to take the front off? The front doesn't come off. There's a giant handle right there. You pull the handle and the thing comes off. These are the easiest machines to work on. I smelled something burning. Base US. I'd seen that brand before and I'd seen it really heavily marketed. And now I know not to buy it. Camera wanted a second look. Oh my God, look at her dress. Oh my God, look at what? That's such a terrible dress. Oh, it's so tacky. This keyboard's USB connector at my school. Oh no, it's a school one. Oh, it's education abuse. Oh, does it still work? As much as I hate seeing like tech gore, I'm also always curious of like how far out of spec can you get something and it still work? Not that it should be deployed, but just to know the range of tolerance, because people don't respect technology at all. DIY phone cooling upgrade. Is that just a copper pipe? Did you just copper pipe your Samsung something or other? All the Android phones just look the same now. The folding ones are kind of cool, but like everything else just, come on guys, like Android used to be the cool ones with all the weird, the out there stuff. Our new mascot, students sent this in stating they accidentally dropped their backpack from their second floor porch. Somehow I don't believe that. Now it's our new mascot named Crash. Okay, assuming that's not a spicy pillow. If the laptop was closed and it was inside a backpack and the backpack fell off of something, I'm going to say that the screen and the keyboard are going to be bent at the same angle. Introducing power over duct tape. No. Oh dear God, that's 120 volts. No, that's not. No, it's, oh my God, it is. Oh, God help us all. Please tell me this isn't real. Your worst fear. Actually, that one's pretty good. Like, you gotta be careful with your next set of decisions in life. But the HDMI head left the crimped end of the connector, and your port might still be okay. So you can still save this, assuming it was actually plugged into the HDMI port. It looks like it is. It looks like 4 letters. HP equals hinge problems. I just saw a meme that was like an r/sububby. It's an r/IT, which is just a bunch of I's and T's. That's just has the HP logo and just says hinge problems in the HP font, because it's true. I mean, they had lots of other problems, but now we have like one clearly identifiable one that actually angers everyone, not just IT people. Now stop buying $299 laptops from Walmart and then complaining when they don't perform to the same level as a MacBook. Somebody wasn't happy with their internet. Did they put a couple rounds through it? Or are those drill holes? I think those are drill holes. Lordy. Ticket. User states internet keeps going out. Okay, sometimes this stuff is better or worse than it can appear up here, and this is so messy I can't tell, which means it's an automatic fail. Anyone know why my iPad isn't working? Yes, I do. I'm not going to tell you though, because I feel like it's much better for the learning experience if you figure it out yourself. And welcome back to today's episode of Janky or Nah. I'm sorry, is janky the good option? I guess I can. There's definitely a redneck engineering spirit to getting something working on a computer that shouldn't work but does. Customer states computer no longer boots after a few drops of Pepsi got onto a few drops. A few drops, eh? How big were those drops? This actually doesn't look that bad, but it's more than a few drops. Liquid's weird. It really matters on where it hits. I spilled a good 2/3 of a bowl of cereal all across a 17-inch laptop, and it was fine. Totally fine. I splashed a Cooler Master keyboard with like some of the water from a vase, like a very tiny vase that had a single rose in it, and the entire thing shorted out immediately. You never know. There's room in the kitchen. Just have the IT person set up there. I have set, oh my God, the list of places, weird places I have had to set up, especially when consulting. Like I've set up in the corner of a restaurant. I've set up behind a bar. I've had a bunch of just sit down on the floor and just spread out. Like you just fire up a couple computers and start configuring stuff. Customer tried to clean his laptop, broke the main board while closing. Oh no. What is under it? Okay, first off, hinge, what the hinge? But what's under that? Like that looks like that's supposed to sit flush. I have no idea. I'm not gonna question it further because my brain is just gonna just drive me nuts until I know. What a mess. Okay, this is another one that's like on the fence. On one hand, especially that bundle on the left, that looks messy. And it is kind of a little messy, but those are individual fiber strands. Fiber strands have an extremely delicate, what's called a bend radius. They are literally glass. It's literally glass fiber. So if you bend it too much, you will start to crack it, and you can risk either degrading the signal or just making it entirely non-functional. And then that ruins that strand of the fiber permanently. Client came in with this monstrosity. Lord have mercy, what happened to your parallel port? Why did you get in a fight with your parallel port? What the hell? Were you trying to pull this away from like the wall or something? And it was still connected to something? Good Lord. It's called networking. Look it up. Oh my God. You have a USB-C to USB-A to USB NIC to Ethernet to USB NIC to whatever that is. Is that the stupid Thunderbolt thing or is that USB-C? I can't tell. Does this work? If both sides are powered, it should work. Yeah, it'll all work on a layer 2. Yeah, no, you got 2 MAC addresses. You got it should work. My dad said his PS4 was overheating. Yeah, it'll do that. That's actually not the worst I've ever seen. Like, that's really not that bad. It will always just astound me that there aren't filters, like slide out magnetic filters on the front of things that desperately need fans. A little broken. Just a little. Only like 19%. Hey, this is way better than that other phone that I was like, how do people use that? And people were actually answering. It's like, oh my God, people do actually use their phones like this, where half the screen was gone. I'm impressed. I still could not live for like 3 hours. I'd rather just not use the phone at all. I think the RAM got a little hot. Again, just a little broken, just a little hot. Yeah, the rest of it's fine. Hotel television installed. Ooh, oh no, that's not at all what I expected. I've always been curious about hotel television systems because they're like these secret little integrated networks and stuff. This is just a television held up by some picture wire, which actually, if you think about it, like there are paintings that are a good 25 to 30 pounds. A lot of TVs nowadays are less than that. You, theoretically, as long as you have the correct anchors and everything for a picture frame, you could hang a TV using like more than this, but like run through all of the VESA screws on the back and then hang it from like 2 points. And physically, that would work. An accurate depiction of my life. I had that laptop. Wait, no, I didn't. Wait, what? Okay, this is a Toshiba. I had a Toshiba. It was not a good one. It was like picked out of the trash or something. I think actually my dad might have got it. Like it was trashed from work or from like a school. They had these like school auction sale things where you could buy stuff for like $5. School surplus sale. There we go. It had the same clickers and it had the same mouse, but the speaker was on the front. I swear it was It was 90 megahertz Pentium, and that looks like the same processor with the battery life of an injured wasp. Sorry, the screen is all screwed up. That's really cool. The keyboard felt really nice. It was a piece of junk, but it was my piece of junk. All my computers were pieces of junk. It reminds me of the Yip Yips. Oh, from Sesame Street. Yup, 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 yup. Random comms closet found on Facebook. Yup, 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 yup. Yeah, these are phone systems. These are, what are these, 66 or 110 punch blocks? I think there's just 66 punch blocks. So the kind of standard for them is a lot lower, and this isn't to insult telephone installers. They had a lot more to punch down. Every single phone has to be punched back to every single block for each and every single jack.